Welcome to the Quellz Shirt, the best show on Quellz.
I'm Sid. And I'm King Savage. Follow me on Instagram at KingSavage0218, and we said it best.
Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, YouTube, hit the bell, and make sure y'all keep watching and keep supporting.
So today we got the wonderful guest, Jada.
Hi.
I was going to say Sabrina, but go ahead. Tell them why I was going to say Sabrina. I was going to call you Sabrina, but tell them why I was going to say Sabrina. Your name is Sabrina.
Jada Sabrina.
Okay, tell them why. Tell them what the fuck you do.
Oh. Okay, hi, I'm Jada. I'm the owner of Sabrinas Kitchen Catering. It's my first catering company and many more to come.
Alright, so today we decided to talk about business in general. So how is your business been?
This has been up and down. Up and down because a lot of people are not throwing a lot of parties and put out the money out there for that, unless you have a big name. So it has been kind of hard for me to try to get that high clientele that I want, but since I've been throwing my own pop-up shops, it has been fun.
Okay. Do you think it's because of like the pandemic or anything like that?
No, it's popular.
It's popularity, okay. So it's just that. So the pandemic didn't affect you at all. All right. So, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Mm-hmm.
Fried chicken.
What?
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. What's your favorite food?
I fuck with the jambalaya, however you want to say it.
I'm here with the fried chicken. You go with the food.
I don't know how to say your favorite food.
It's pronounced different.
Jambalaya.
Some people say jambalaya.
But we got the chef here. How do you say it? Jambalaya it is.
You go to a different country, it's pronounced
You're not
jambalaya.
from no different country,
I'm
bro.
saying,
Stop trying.
it's an Italian dish.
Stop trying to push this narrative.
It's an Italian dish. They call it jambalaya.
My favorite.
The rice?
What is that?
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is cheesesteaks. I'm a sandwich. I'm from Philly.
Chicken cheesesteaks or regular cheesesteaks?
Straight cheesesteak, bro.
How do you get your cheesesteak?
Salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, mushrooms. I don't like fried.
Mushrooms?
I get fresh.
Mushrooms!
That's a first.
Well, then you're not a savage. Where the fried onions at?
I do them sometimes. It depends on the place.
Sometimes.
It depends on the place, because some places don't fry them hard enough. And some places be having thick
How you
ass
like
onions. Like De La Sandro's onions solid, but like any other place I can't.
Okay, so who got the best cheesesteaks in the city?
My whole thing is De La Sandro.
Me.
You make cheesesteaks?
I sure do.
Oh,
Cheesesteak rolls as well.
cheesesteak
Okay,
rolls.
okay. Sabrina's Kitchen has the best cheesesteaks in Philadelphia.
They always trying to what's that popular cheesesteak place? That,
What, Geno's?
Yeah.
Down
Why?
south Philly?
Yeah. Why is that?
Because they white.
And they got big
I was
ass,
just about to say that, but I
got
wasn't
white,
sure.
and they got fucking big ass signs that
That
like,
shit not even that
It's
good.
marketing.
yeah, marketing. That's
Marketing
really what
at
it
its
comes down to.
finest.
I went up North
Maybe
Philly
back
and got me a
then.
cheesesteak when I was.
Honestly,
Got
Poppy Store
Texas.
cheesesteak be good too.
That's what I was
Pop
about to
stores,
say.
yeah.
If they got a cabinet, you know it's fine.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Poppy Stores got the best cheesesteaks out of all
I
these.
agree. I think that's I absolutely.
They might have the
And
best.
it's
I mean, I never had good cheesesteaks, but
It's good.
They might have the best
Poppy's.
like finger food in general.
Yeah.
Like the burgers.
And it don't even matter which one.
But to
They
get a
all do
quality
it right.
cheesesteak, you will really conveniently go to a Poppy store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if I
Everything else
was
is just marketing.
if I was to bring like my cousins or something from out of state, and we go to get cheesesteaks, I'm not going to Geno's. I'm going to a Poppy store. I'm going to.
You go to a Poppy Store first, and then you take them to like a place like that's known. So they had that experience too.
Yeah.
So I got a question.
Yeah, they gotta have their experience.
It's clear to say that Ishkaboos is the worst out of everybody, right?
I never.
no, I wouldn't say that they're the worst
the worst.
because I had some place I can't remember. It's in South Philly and it's like a blue. I can't remember what it is, but that shit looks
It's
like
another white people name like Jims or Johns or something.
Yeah,
Jam steaks on South Street?
Them
No.
steaks-
No, it's not
It's not
Jims.
Jims.
It's something
I
else.
know
It's
that's what you're
blue.
talking about.
But
And
it's
they had
on
the
South
absolute worst.
Oregon
It's not on
steaks.
South Street, but it's down
Oregon
South Philly.
steaks.
I think it is
Okay, Oregon steaks.
Oregon steaks.
Terrible.
Oregon steaks.
Terrible.
You know, they,
So Ishkabooble's above them. I'm just gonna be
But
honest.
the Caucasians, like,
yeah,
you
they
know,
ate cheesesteak.
and then they'll try to spray water.
Well, it makes sense because that's what's down there.
I ain't
It's a
never
fried
seen it.
pasta, so instead
Oh,
of
yeah,
putting
yeah,
oil
yeah.
on it, you can put water on it.
That's kind of what's down there though. If you think about it, like the location that Oregon Steaks is at, like that one area,
It's Italian.
it's Italian.
Italian.
Like
I feel like they should be making them better.
well, what you gotta understand that they feed people that like what they cooking. Like for example, right? I feel like
In soul food places, they make
like
more.
down north
I get what you're
is
saying.
where the soul food places is at, Chinese stores.
I
Down
support
south,
Chinese
anything
stores.
you got all the
Chinese stores
Italians.
No, I
Yeah,
support
but
Chinese stores
the
down
name,
north.
that's the thing, the name is Oregon Steaks. So shouldn't they steaks be top tier if that you put that in your title of your name?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? So,
Yeah, you don't go to places like I feel like if you're a brand, you got a brand to offer your best dish.
I don't know, if you say your name is Steaks, I'm expecting the steaks to be the steaks.
Alright, so look, think about this, right?
Oh, real fast.
Who
We
cooks
just want to talk about COVID, but I
Real
feel like we
quick.
should just keep going.
Alright, gotcha. Real quick. When you go to Oregon Steaks, what kind of people is actually making the steaks?
White folks.
Cool. When you go to Max's, what people is making the steaks?
Niggas.
Black people. But if I'm correct, I think Max's is ran by a white person.
And Sandra's is too, and I feel like they give a black person back there sometimes.
Exactly, because they know that there's black people around. There's ain't too many white people in Erie and fucking Germantown area.
So what was your favorite like restaurant growing up?
Bertucci's.
Growing up.
What you say?
Bertucci's.
Bertucci's?
Italian restaurant.
I've worked next to one. I've never been inside of it. It looked like I
Best part
didn't look like
is
it.
like when you get kids, you get to make your own pizza. They give you that. That's like the best part.
Is it like it looked like Olive Garden? Is it like Olive Garden?
Better than that.
No, I've never been out there.
Why?
You should not have said that. I'm kidding.
I never went. I always just drive by it.
Fuck.
I've never been there.
You should not have said that. I'm kidding.
I
don't
do
even
think
know what
Olive
they
Garden
sell.
is definitely on the bottom of my list.
You don't know what they sell.
You saw
Think
Italian?
about the name. Olive Garden.
No, that don't. That sound like they sell olives.
Olives. And that salad, they have the best Italian dressing.
You said growing up though. I think my favorite restaurant was Old Country Buffet. Growing up.
That's a banger.
They don't make
Old
them like
Country
they used
Buffet?
to.
Hell,
I think they out of business now.
I think so.
It is?
What's that?
There used to be one of them.
Golden
Golden Corral, I thought about that.
Golden
That's
Corral.
that shit.
Yeah,
though.
that's the shit.
That's
They
that
bread.
shit. That's definitely
Golden
better
Corral.
Nah, I had a bad experience at
Yeah, I don't like Golden Corral.
Yeah,
The waiter didn't want to give me another drink.
that's a bad
than. Yeah,
spin.
that is a good
She was
one.
terrible. Like she was horrible. Ponytail was like. That was a bad experience. So I just always like Old Country better.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my favorite restaurant at the end.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really like going out to eat like
Mine
that.
was Applebee's. Still to this day, it's Applebee's. Them pretzels.
Like Applebee's was there, but we was like, I feel like it was heavy like buffets.
You know what's gonna fuck y'all up?
Yeah.
It sound crazy, right? Pizza Hut.
Nah.
No, it don't sound crazy.
That was one of my favorites.
Pizza Hut.
Remember that cheese in the dough? You can pull it and do like that
They
extra
used to
butter
come
on
out
it,
with the
bro.
hot. Oh my
Man,
god.
that was my spot.
Oh my
That
god.
was.
Pizza Hut was different back in the day. You never been to one?
Chuck E.
I didn't
Cheese
like
is good
You
too.
didn't like
No,
it?
you different.
I didn't like Pizza Hut back in the
Chuck E.
day.
Cheese has some good pizza.
Chuck
Chuck E. Cheese.
Cheese.
Oh,
different.
okay.
I don't know how it's now, but yeah, we
I was
stopped
more
going
of a
until like
Domino's.
Why y'all think food got so much worse? Like I feel like every restaurant got worse.
Because everything waters down.
Because people don't care no more. I feel like a lot of people don't put love into their food no more. It's like people who work at the places don't care. They just like boom. I think a secret ingredient is love. I think a secret ingredient
Nah,
is
it might be the people like that work there. They don't give a fuck.
They
no
don't
more.
care.
Like people don't.
That could be it.
People that actually work at these jobs, they just like this is a job for me. I'm not.
That could be it. The wages. Cause if I'm not getting paid enough to do this shit, I don't give a fuck about these burgers that's right here unless I'm eating.
Yeah, that is true.
So like I feel like if they would get paid more, I feel like a lot of motherfuckers would do it better.
It starts at the top. It starts by
Leadership?
It starts with leadership.
So do you have like chefs working for you, or are you the only person that
I'm the
goes?
only person.
Okay.
I used to.
What happened?
I used to.
If you don't mind.
Online. I used to work at Waffle House. I was a district manager. Pandemic came, got fired, /quit. came home, did my own thing.
You said Waffle House? Where are you from?
Here.
Here? So what?
I was in Georgia for 8 years. I went to school.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say Waffle House.
Yeah, I've never.
Okay.
I've been to one Waffle House in my life.
That's why I'm like,
I don't think Philly can have a Waffle
I
House.
was
I think
never
the only
in
Waffle
years.
House like that's like even closest
Like
to us
Virginia
is
or
like
something.
Maryland.
Delaware and
Yeah, Delaware,
It's
Maryland.
franchises.
Cause I remember when we was at Lincoln and somebody was like, "Yo, that
Yes.
was a Waffle House," and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" It's just like a better IHOP, and I was like, "No, bro." But I went.
I heard they shit a lot better. Like they shit crazy though. They
I had a bad
good.
experience at Waffle House.
It's pretty deep.
You said what?
I had a bad experience at Waffle House.
They say it's a bad experience,
wasn't
but the
feeling
food
it.
good.
Like the thing about Waffle House is like, you know how like at some restaurants you can't see what's being cooked. Wow. At some restaurants you like can't see
What,
the food being cooked, but at Waffle House, the one that I went to, you could literally see the food being cooked, and it was just like they was cooking everything on the same grill. Yeah, same grill. So when I
Now,
looked at it, God damn.
in my defense, if we're not busy, like as if I still work there, when you are not busy on the shit, you're gonna cook on that same grill. The reason for that is less cleanup.
Yeah.
There's no point. You gotta sit here and think about what if you was at your house and you're cooking out the kitchen, trying to serve players, and you're not really doing too good. You gonna keep all your stoves on?
No, that's what I'm saying. But
That's how it is. Now, some
But you'll
people,
use different pans or pots.
Yeah,
But hear me out,
I will
though.
use different pans and pots.
But
So that's what
this is what I-
separated.
This
So
was
sometimes at your house when you cook, back up now, would you cook eggs and your sausage on the same pan?
I'm one of them people that clean my shit out.
But that's what he's talking about though.
Oh, well, in here, I mean, honestly,
Sometimes that
how some
shit
people
happen.
think, they be like,
They don't
oh,
get paid enough to
it
think
burns
about
off.
shit like that. They don't
No.
care about shit like that because they don't get paid.
No,
enough.
I just feel like when
That's
it
not
comes
sanitary?
to like restaurants, I just feel like you don't even have to go to school
To know that.
Like you just gotta know how to cook it. See what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to go to culinary school to know how to make a good steak. You just know how to make a good steak. So when you go in your interview, you tell them, yeah, I know how to make a good steak. And then you might have to show them, and then you show them, and they're like, all right, well, that's a good steak to me, so you hire it. I feel like that's how it is, and I feel like it's the same thing with like bartending. There's a lot of people that work in restaurants that don't even have their bartending license. I know some personally.
No, that's a fact.
So that's my thing. I feel like
Like security.
these restaurants really do need to like up their shit.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you're a top tier restaurant or if you work.
Because I feel
Well,
like that's
sure.
part of the reason I don't like going to restaurants and shit. I don't like tipping you because I feel like you're not doing it. No. I'm a good tipper. But I don't like tipping because I feel like a lot of people don't do the service for tips.
So when you
Okay, I'm on your side.
But I still do
But
tip.
my reasoning for it is not your reason,
Explain.
right? Because I feel like, right, like when you go into these job interviews as waiters, right?
Mm-hmm.
They tell you like, all right, you're gonna make this amount an hour. It might be like $7.25, $8.25, whatever the case may be, right?
Like 250.
No, it's too
Yeah,
much.
if you serving food because you're working
It's
off
worse
tips.
than minimum
So
wage.
what's
Working
You
on
are
tips.
making minimum wage because you're working off the tips, but here in Philadelphia, it's equal opportunity employment. So meaning
Okay, so I don't-
share my tips.
Cool. So
Yeah,
my
so
thing is
from
this,
tip
right?
It's a tip.
You went in that interview. You sat with that manager. He said you gonna be making what, $250? You said.
$253.
All right, let's just we're gonna put it at $3. All right, look, you're gonna be making $3 an hour. Whatever you make off tips, you keep, right? My thing is, if you sat there through that whole interview, and you said, okay, at this point, it's up to me if I want to tip you.
No, I get that, but still, you gotta think about this. Some people need those jobs, bro.
It's not my problem that you need the job.
But that's self-centered.
Like that goes into the
That was real narcissistic.
But my thing, but let's be honest about the situation.
I know, I get what you're
Let's
saying.
say if I came to the restaurant
Like, it's not your
with just the
responsibility.
amount of money to pay for my food, and I
It's
don't
not
have
your
a tip to give you.
responsibility to give a tip, but
It's not my responsibility. Like you knew what you signed up for.
that's the American.
Now don't get me wrong.
I just
It was some time where I really wasn't tipping motherfuckers, and then my mom and my dad cursed me out one time. I went out with them and shit. I tried to be nice and buy food and all that shit. Then it was like I was like, yo, come on, it's time to go. And my dad looked at the table and he like, I don't see no tip on this table. So I'm like, I don't. And I was like, oh no, like no.
If you bought the food,
But he cursed me out about it and he tried to explain it to me. And I was just trying to say the same thing I'm saying now. It's like y'all knew what y'all signed up for. Y'all understand that it's optional for the people that's eating to either tip y'all or not. That's why they bring the whole gratuity thing into the situation.
But let me tell you on that, you don't have to pay it.
See, I didn't even know that.
So when they do add it on in, you don't have to pay it. Now they make it seem like you have to pay, which is why people pay it, but you don't have to. Because it actually is not a part of the bill. So
Exactly.
when the actual bill comes, and if it say 120, then they hit you with 135, I'm gonna give you 120. You can't argue me down about that. That's not a part of it. That's what you
See, I get what you're saying, but it's just the courteous. No, and I know you like we all tip here, but it's the courteous thing to do, and I feel like you just should. It's like it's one of them things like letting the old lady go first, or letting the old lady sit down before you.
I don't
It's
necessarily
just
feel
one
like
of
that.
them.
When I look at people tipping, and when I look at people working through jobs.
Speak up, I could barely hear you. I didn't say stand, nigga.
But you gotta hear me. You know I talk low natural.
Talk that shit. Go ahead.
All right, so look. So when I like hear these jobs that people work, and I think of tipping. When you think of the idea of going to a restaurant and being served something, you feel me? People bringing you good food. You're thinking of like the customer service aspect of going to a restaurant. Okay, so like you want that. That's like basically in charge of a restaurant. You want that.
That's
So off of courtesy and good customer hospitality, you know, as you are, and I'm giving you a good experience, I feel like I'm obligated to tip you for the service.
But
Now, if the service is shitty, and I feel like saying, yo, fuck you. Alright, but if I feel like I'm having a good time, I feel like, alright, cool, just like what, 5%, 10%.
Bro, how much good time you gonna have at Applebee's?
So check
That's
this
what I'm saying.
out.
It's
Just
only but so much you
just
can
the
say. But hey,
service.
you want another
Like
drink?
all you doing is doing your job.
No, some people.
So what
go
if you
to
go to like the
extreme
Capitol
and
Grill
they
somewhere?
don't
It's
order
a
that.
lot of
that's
work.
What if you go to Blue Chris? What about State 48? What's your idea
It's
on
a
that?
lot of work. You gotta understand that in between them serving you food, they're in there back there polishing your table. Polishing silverware, getting plates together,
So,
that
running
silverware
food
be
back and
ass.
forth.
But
It's a lot. It's
whatever-
a lot coming to play.
Whatever that
We need expansion.
that part is, right? That's not my problem. My problem is
That's not.
when you come up to me and we have our interactions. Are you kind? Like, are you?
Are you a
You know,
good person?
The tip comes in where it seems like now y'all have a relationship with that person. Like you seem like, okay, this is a good person. I see you busting your ass. All right, here you go. My thing is, why don't we tip Chick-fil-A?
I was about to say I'll tip a motherfucker and somebody who's good service in general.
No. Fuck that.
But why
Chick-fil-A service
Chick-fil-A service
is better than most of these restaurants out
Most.
there.
And I agree.
I definitely agree on that.
All of them.
Because that's what they are about.
So why
customer
not?
service.
But Chick-fil-A don't
No, I tip anybody.
They don't give
giving us
tip.
service.
But they probably do. You never know. Let's be honest.
I
You never know if
know. I
they do.
tip. I tip here and there. You're not supposed to do, but I tip.
Yeah, I've been
So,
when I worked in a
they're not
sneaker store. I've been tipped. So that's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
here's another thing that you gotta think about. Chick-fil-A get paid more, from what y'all saying. Chick-fil-A get paid more than fucking waiters
That's
at
fast food,
restaurants.
bro. That's this. Sometimes you work at a restaurant, y'all go through a whole shift, 2 shifts. And
So you think fast food restaurants should get paid more than the waiters at Chick-fil-A? I mean, at Applebee's or a restaurant? They doing way more than Chick-fil-A. All Chick-fil-A really doing is taking your order and waiting for this shit to
Like
come in.
Applebee's and shit like that. That's a full service restaurant.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Two
just a
different
convenience thing. Where Applebee's is just so convenient that you just be like, all right, well, whatever. For me, it's like
nigga, a fast food store is more
No,
convenient
the
than
fast
anything.
food is convenient, and then
Applebee's, yeah, because like I'm thinking, I
full-service
like to go like
restaurants.
I like to go to Captain Grill. I like to go to Roof Chris. You feel me? I want
too
to go there.
expensive for me.
Okay, so let me
I
ask you, since you talking all this big money
It's
shit,
not even.
Yeah, but
Captain
listen,
Grill,
listen,
what's the difference?
Not even-
What's the difference between a waiter's job at Applebee's than Capitol Grill?
Exactly. Do you get better service? Honestly,
The food.
no.
We not talking about the food because the waiter
We're not
didn't make the
talking about
food.
All right.
It's the
The
same.
food you pay different
it's
prices
just
for.
a-
That makes
it's
sense.
just
We're not
a-
arguing that.
It's the same concept with a different expansion of time of how you would look at the situation. Like I said,
Nigga,
like,
what?
Like I said again, conveniency.
Did he say anything?
Alright.
No, start over.
You my bro alone. Don't do it like that.
I don't know
like
what
that.
the fuck he just said.
He said the time convention and what?
Bro, you're gonna get your food faster at a fucking fast food restaurant than you do at Capital Grill.
No, my whole thing is, bro.
He said Applebee's and
Applebee's
like
and
the
fucking Ruth
upscale
Chris.
restaurant.
Is you getting better
So
service
you
from
feel
a waiter?
obligated?
No.
So like, all right. I like the idea of tipping. I think even if you do go in, you should at least tip because you know how much they make. Like $2.50 in years, that there's the choice. But you really, when you go to a restaurant, you're really looking for that. Give me good service.
I'm not asking that though.
So if somebody gave you great service, I came in there and I did my shit. You want not
So-
tip me?
No, all right. Hear me out. Do you tip a waiter at Applebee's the same that you tip a waiter at fucking
Not the same amount,
Chris?
no.
Okay,
Give
listen.
somebody a $2 tip.
Huh?
I'll give them a $2 tip if anything.
At Ruth Chris?
No, not at Root Chris. I'll go give them from
Why?
Why not?
At Root Chris, yes, I would do it at Root Chris. You feel me? I would. You feel me? If they came in there and the whole time I'm at this upscale restaurant wearing my good shit, expecting a good time, and I'm coming there to get a shitty service, fuck you.
You not?
Fuck you.
Why are you
For
yelling
the
at
second
me?
time, I'm just getting my point.
Y'all bumming the fuck out. I think niggas go to these high-end restaurants and then
Show
they
up.
tip just because they feel like they have the tip.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all bugging the fuck out.
they
Because
not-
if
they
I
not
get the
going
same
there-
exact service from Applebee's, they doing the same
I
exact shit. They put in an order in. Bro, they doing the same shit. They put in an order in.
What did you? So listen.
And they just waiting for your food to get done and they gonna bring you your fucking food.
Alright, so I got a banger for y'all. It's the percentage on the price.
What the fuck
Or
do the price
is
got to
that
do
what
with
you're doing?
anything?
Because Applebee's is cheaper than Ruth Chris. And
No,
And if I
right.
came in Applebee's and I felt like I got good service at Applebee's and I'm feeling good about myself, or anything, or just the fact that
So
alright,
listen,
cool,
alright.
I'll give them somebody a $20
All right,
tip.
all right. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Good.
That's not enough. I get half the bill.
Hear me out.
Half the bill too. I'm
She
just
big
saying, like, alright, you
She
pay
big
for the
balls,
meal
sure.
and then you give them something extra on
When
the
I go
side.
out, especially with my girls, I get half the bill.
All right, hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. So say you go to Ruth Chris, right? You get average service. Say you go to Applebee's, you get average service. You're still tipping Ruth Chris more, right? I'm asking you, would you?
Yes, you have to.
Good.
Why do you have to?
Because it's high end. You have to.
because of the
But
price.
you'll pay that. But you'll pay that.
It's the same service
It's
though.
the
You'll
same
pay
service, but
that.
you have to do that in a high-end restaurant.
Why?
Because like there's different types of service. Like you got service that can really talk that high end. It can be really classy and all that.
But that's what I'm
He just said
saying though.
you gotta
But if they
say
both
exact
talking to, if I'm
No,
the same
at
waiter,
Applebee's-
You got
no,
the
at
same waiter.
Applebee's, no, it's completely different. When I go to a high-end restaurant, majority of the time they are not having that conversation because they are not allowed to. At Applebee's, they have to. They have to work for that too. When the why? Because Applebee's, the average that you're going to spend in there is $25. Steak 48, the average you have to spend now is $100. You have to tip.
Yeah, them niggas going
Because
crazy over
then
that.
next thing you know, when you go
Instagram
into that
shit.
restaurant, the first thing that the server's going to tell their manager, I'm not serving. Because they don't tip. And
So wait, so you
one of them
telling
might
me?
serve you. Shit like that happens.
So
a
you
lot.
telling me
I've done
that
with it.
you telling me
I've done
that
with it.
waiters got the option?
They do, because you want to know why? They put in a lot of work. A lot of them are single moms. A lot of them are junkies. A lot of them have a lot of issues. And but when it comes down to one of them like serving you and putting on that whole little fake persona, yes, you have to. You have to.
So let me ask you something. If you're a single mom,
Mm-hmm.
right, and you go on to these job interviews and you went to Applebee's and they say, yeah, you're going to get paid $3 an hour and you're just going to work off tips, are you going to
But
take
that,
a
what
job?
if that's
I'm
the only
gonna bust
job
my
that?
ass, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna be the best looking one out there. Hair's gonna be right.
Yeah,
Nails gonna be
everybody
right.
gonna be first.
Face gonna be right. Everybody. Oh, I want her. I'm gonna show you a good time. I definitely am.
Because I'm
All
going to be
about how
honest.
you put it out
I'm
there.
going to be honest.
Are we talking about
I went
Applebee's
to-
or Onyx? That's not what you just said.
No, he did not just show you like that. But you got your titties out.
Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Don't
You
play
put
with
no
her.
chain on. You see that
No,
shit? Yo, audacity. With your fucking seashell. Like, go ahead.
But look, I'm going to be
Yes, I'm gonna ask you. Yes.
And what's this restaurant? and Applebee's. I mean, no, not Applebee's. And
I get one.
Yeah, make this a commercial. How about that?
is a person in Landmark. Anytime I go in there, he give me good service. City now.
Because you know you're going to tip me good.
Right. Now, I'm gonna be honest.
want the service.
It's still an option to tip or not. That's the point that I'm making is that it's an option at the end of the day, right? Because at the end of the day, you went into that interview, you said, all right, I'm getting paid $3, I'm gonna work all tips, I'm gonna just work my ass off. That's the mindset that you went into when you was in this interview and you accepted this job. The only point that I'm making is it is an option. Should you tip?
Yes, you should always
yes, you
tip.
should.
It's common courtesy.
But you should only tip. You should only tip if the service that you got from that waiter was good. Because I'm not going to tip nobody that's going to give me a bullshit attitude from the beginning. Probably because the other person that she was waiting gave her a bad attitude.
We running in a circle.
We're not running in a circle.
What was the worst experience you ever had at a restaurant?
Worst experience? Just a bad attitude. Because really, I feel like me personally, that's really what it comes down to. Like you might, because one time, matter of fact, I put in my drinks. I didn't get my fucking drinks until like 20 minutes later. Fuck took you so long to pour some water and give me some lemons on the side.
But let me tell you about that. A lot of things can happen along that way because it might be a shorthand of service on the floor. You don't know that. She knows that. Next thing you know, she got set 3 times. You sat down, another person sat down, another person sat down. You don't even realize because you engaging in conversation with the person, but she taking care of 3 other tables along with your table.
And I get it, but whose problem is that?
The problem is
that's not my problem.
But that's the thing, you gotta
this is your
she's
job.
trying to juggle it out. But look, there's no bus person or none of that. It's all her. You gotta give her a chance. But if I was her as a server, I would tell you up front, hey.
And that's
it's common courtesy. As a server, you like communication.
There we
communication is
go.
key.
That's good service.
If she sit down,
if I put my drinks in and you like, all right, look, I got your drinks. I'm just letting you know that, like, I'm literally the only person here. But if you don't say it to me and I don't know, and I'm sitting here waiting fucking 20 minutes for water with lemon, it's like,
for example, right? You went to the whole concert with me and all right, so everybody went to this whole concert, right?
Whole concert?
Yeah, it was a whole concert in Philly, and everybody just seemingly went to this restaurant. It was a random ass day. They didn't staff for this concert. Like they didn't expect this. It was hundreds of people coming in.
Right.
Everybody waiting 20 minutes on their food, and everybody like, what the fuck is going on? Why it's taking so long? Because on this day, their projected sales are 20,000, but right now they got 100,000 in the building. Like how can you can't get mad at that? Even if they don't communicate that with you, because sometimes they don't have time to communicate that with you. They got to run back and forth. Like you see what's going on.
Right.
I feel like it's always time to communicate, bro. It's always time to communicate. I've dealt with situations. I've worked a sneaker floor on Black Friday. I'll literally run to everybody and be like, hold on real fast. Let me go handle them.
It's all about creating a system.
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
just communication.
It's all about creating a system. But on that end, I blame the manager for that because
and it's bad
you
management
should know
also.
that, hey, we got a concert coming up this weekend. Let me go in here and double staff my stuff.
Jay-Z
Ask
concert at
everybody.
that.
And on top of that, if you got a good relationship with your workers, look, you about to make hella bread this weekend. I'm coming in with what? Yeah, I'm coming in.
That's simple.
It's that simple.
It's just really a communication thing because,
really
like I said, I was waiting for water with lemon for 20 minutes.
So what
bro.
you do?
I didn't do that. I just sat there and waited. She didn't get no tip, but yeah. So my thing is just like I said, no.
Yes, you do.
Nah.
Yes, you do. I'm serving you. I'm serving you. I'm a slave to you for the day. You better tip my ass.
What restaurant did you go to order
service?
I went. Well, first off, any restaurant.
Where did you go?
I'm a water and lemon boy. Any restaurant. I don't give a fuck how high.
That's all you
class it
ordered,
is. It's not all I order, but when I first walk in the restaurant and I sit down and they come to me and say, well, what would you like to drink? My first thing 9 times out of 10 is a water with lemon. And that's all I was waiting for because we was trying to figure out what we wanted to eat as an appetizer or whatever. But like I said, I waited 20 minutes for it. And mind you, like, I'm like right there where he at and the bar is right here. So all you had to do, if you was the only person on the floor, and you would have said, all right, I'm gonna get your water. We're just saying that I'm the only person on this entire floor, like I'm covering this entire area. I would have said, okay. I probably wouldn't have been as mad about it. That's my thing. Communication is everything, bro. I probably wouldn't have been that mad about it. Because I probably would have watched you and I would have seen you go to 4, 5, 6 different tables. I was like, yo, she working her ass on like she on some shit. That's my thing, bro. But if you just say, okay, I'm gonna get you your water, and then 20 minutes later and I got my water, now I want to drink. I want a fucking Long Island iced tea now. So now I'm scared to even ask for that shit because she might take another 20 minutes to give me that.
But then when it comes down to the drink sometimes, and they have a bartender on it.
That's another thing.
It's the bartender's fault, because the bartender
tell her again, that's not your problem.
It is your problem.
It's not though, because if we going into this restaurant, we at the end of the day, we looking for the service. And this is where I agree with you. I agree with you completely on that, but I still got to tip. It's just something. But like, if you going into these restaurants and looking for the service and looking for these things, you should provide. That's at any point.
I feel as though you already seen one mistake happen one time, and then you see 2 more mistakes happen. I was just leaving.
That's a fact. And I'm heavy. I'm out.
That's a fact.
If that's the case, you're not going to tip. Just go ahead and leave. Just say, you know what?
What was that restaurant we went into? We literally sat there for like 20 minutes. Nobody came to us. And we were like, look.
I really can't remember.
Like I do that shit a lot. Like I'm not staying. Hear me out. I do Uber. Do Uber Eats, bro. I'm not going to no restaurant and I hate when people lie. People lie. So that's my like. I'm upset. Like,
wait a minute. Are you telling me you pick and choose people when you deliver their food?
No. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the restaurants. So I pick and choose the restaurant. So I don't go to McDonald's. Because every time I go to a McDonald's, they'll be like, all right, I got you. Give me 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes be fucking an hour.
An hour. Dead ass though, and it's like, yo, you're here to serve people.
Right,
you're here to do this job, and I get that. And like you said, I get that you get paid this bullshit, but you signed up for this. So while you're here, you gotta do the bullshit that you signed up for. That's what I feel like. Like again, I worked at a fucking McDonald's. When I was at a McDonald's, nigga, I did what the fuck I had to do. I'm gonna fry the patties. I'm gonna do what the fuck I gotta do because I'm here.
I think it all begins with like how the way you was raised, and I feel like different states have different work ethics. Like in Atlanta.
That's a fact.
And like hospitality is real down there. You have to speak any restaurant you go to. They gonna speak to you.
That's a fact.
Here,
in Florida,
I
worked at the McDonald's in Florida, and there was a lot. Like I could honestly say, like
common courtesy.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm gonna respect you.
Okay,
up here, up north, there's no respect.
So my thing is
no
like,
respect.
but see, that's my thing. If you know you're gonna go or anywhere down there and you're gonna get great hospitality, it's just like now when I come home and I'm getting this bullshit, I'm like, I'm at the same restaurant with the same amount of people, and these people got this shit done in 5 to 10 minutes. But here y'all are taking 30 minutes, and it's just like
it depends on the area.
What the fuck?
That's why I can't take the bullshit though. Because again, like when I worked at McDonald's, we had this minute timer joint. They would give people a fucking minute timer in the drive-thru, and if your timer was done by the time you got to the other window and got your food, you get free food.
Damn, that's a real thing.
They had it in Florida.
Bro, I promise you, I thought that was in movies.
No bullshit.
I seen it in movies at one time.
Bro, I was confused.
After that
Bro,
shit
I swear to God, we never gave out nothing for free. like what? Like that don't make. If these niggas could do it with down there with no problems, there's no reason. And that's why I agree with you. There's no reason. I feel like I don't know.
At the end of the day, like she said, though, it comes up to your management. Because at the end of the day, the manager is the person that
it's not the manager.
Put the people on the schedule. But the manager put the people on the schedule, right or wrong.
But sometimes you're forced to just put whoever.
You are.
Sometimes
as management, you can hire better people.
Look where we at. For instance, right? We in Philly. We got a couple good apples out of 20. You're gonna get 2 good workers out of 20.
You are.
That's just the area we in. Like, the rest of the motherfuckers don't give a fuck. I'm just working here so I can pay off my child support.
Right. This is the thing. Like, I feel like we was all managers there at some point. So like, I get it, but you wasn't. My fault. I'm sorry. I get it, but
I'm
it's
not
still
even gonna put that on my resume.
It's still a hiring process. Like,
it's a hiring process. I let them know up front. Like sometimes you can't always be professional. You can be. But like, if I can read you out, like if I know you're already from the hood, it's just like I'm gonna talk to you just like that. I'm not off the record. Whatever the fuck really going on up in here. I'm gonna tell you what my expectations are. I'm gonna talk to you how you used to be talked to. Simple as that. And then that's how I'm like, oh, I want to work for her. And I had a lot of people that wanted that. But then when you sit here trying on that floor, your ass going home. I'm taking vacation for a whole week. Have a good day. I don't care.
Yeah,
Then you call
gotta
me
do the
up.
same
Oh, I
thing.
want a job. Okay, get right.
And I feel like, again, it comes down to management because a lot of people don't want to work for these people. I feel like a lot of
Exactly.
people don't want to work for the person that they're working
Because the
for.
managers also feel like they're underpaid and overworked, but at the same damn time, this is give and take. If you don't like it, start your own business.
That's a fact. And you
No.
see where we at.
And that's
If you don't like it, start your own shit.
I'm not gonna say that's the
what I
problem.
did.
So why, like the,
You're not going to say that's the problem?
That is the problem.
hear me out at least.
Okay.
And
I'm not gonna say that's the problem, right? But it is the problem. So when people had that mindset of I'm gonna start my own business instead of working, then they lose their focus at that job. Like, oh fuck this place.
We'll
Like,
hire more ambitious workers. There's always somebody that want to be a manager. There's always somebody that wants to
It
be in
is.
that position. So we'll find somebody that's
Damn
you
right.
can't. What are you
It's
gonna
called
do?
walk that line. I'm gonna walk up and down that avenue, because you never know. You might find a manager at the restaurant down the street, and he might want to
They
leave.
hated that
And you
stuff.
might hit him like, I give you $5,000 more in your paycheck.
That's all. And that's what I'm
That's
saying.
it.
It comes down to management. It
So
comes
I
down
call
to,
it
it
the
comes down to
manager.
you.
Your manager is your leader. I start off with a pep talk every day with my staff. I did not play that. Even when I didn't feel like, even when I was arguing with my man at the time, I came in here, hey, so this is what we're going to do today. Because at the end of the day, it's my paycheck.
Yeah, with me,
Yes.
I played the front
I'm
end
going
ball.
to fake it till I make it. And look, and then gets them going. It starts off with the manager. The manager attitude fucked up. Your whole shit is fucked up. Because that's not, oh, fuck him. That's exactly how they think. Because you got to understand that your staff is followers.
Right.
They all
That's
think
a
they're
fact.
leaders, you let them think they are, but they're all followers. They're going to follow after you. If they see you on your phone, they're going to be on your phone.
Right.
They're going to follow after everything you do. You are the leader. You are the mama there. You are the papa there.
And it's so crazy.
You are, they are your children.
Whatever you do,
Whatever you do, they're going to
They gonna
follow after
follow
you.
after you.
And then next thing you know, you hear them, oh, you did this. Oh, but you did that.
Right.
You always
did it
got
too.
that one person.
Exactly. It's like
So
somebody.
you have to be almost
trying to-
perfect in order for your business to succeed. You have to be perfect. You have
Lead
to.
by example. at the
You really
end of
have
the day.
to.
I don't
Because
think-
if I see you doing something
Oh,
and I did the same thing that you did,
I'm
but now that you done doing the same thing that we did, now you want to come at me for doing the same thing that we did. I'm gonna hit you with the.
No, so
Nigga,
my,
you just
so
did
my
the
whole,
same shit.
My whole strategy with that, because again, I know I'm flawed. I'm not gonna fake nothing. Y'all know me. Real rap. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. So with me, bro, I'm gonna tell you, like, if I do something and I'm doing it at a time where I can do it. So I'll teach you how to do it. So if we're not, like, again, I work at a sneaker store. So if there's nobody in this bitch and you want to be on your phone, by all means,
Right,
do what
but
you gotta
everybody-
do.
but
We still got
everybody
to do.
teaches
But
everybody not like
can't.
that, bro.
Everybody can't be on their phone.
Everybody,
Hey,
some people
everybody
feel
can.
like
I agree
even
with
if
that.
it's nobody in this motherfucker, it might be somebody walking the mall and they might just look in the store and see that you're on your phone and be like, oh no, I don't even want that.
I don't even want that.
Question. How many times have y'all actually did that?
It hasn't happened to me.
Have you ever
personally.
walked by a store and seen somebody? I feel like a lot of
Yeah, we all have.
No. You walked by a store and didn't
So
go in
I-
it because somebody was on the phone?
I walked by a sneaker store the other day, and the girl was sitting on the counter, like chilling on her phone. I walked in just to be like, yo, nobody's gonna come in because of that. Like, it looks
Check
like
it.
it was a sneaker store.
You check.
I was about to say, basically, he checked her.
You checked it?
I guess.
The whole time, again, have you ever walked past the store and not
Well,
wanted
it is,
to?
that's why I say he checked her. Yeah, he
So a
checked
store that you wanted to go in. So have you ever walked past a fucking
A cigar lounge?
stripper lounge and seen some clothes that you seen some clothes that you like and didn't walk in because the fucking cashier was on their phone?
I walked into a strip club and saw the bad dancer on the floor. She was chilling, and I walked out.
Bro,
If that answers your question.
Okay, hold
Who
on.
are you?
So why did you walk
Who are you?
Bro,
Who are you?
she was a white girl with one leg.
No.
don't add that into it like that wasn't the real. You walk out of those in general. What is he talking about? I
There was a white girl chilling on the stage on a pole like this. And I'm like, I'm not staying here. Like,
She had one leg. That's why you love. Don't act crazy and
Wait, she
say.
only had one leg?
no, she was chilling. Look, one-legged girls can get a popping too.
I'm not fucking nobody one
You not fucking nobody in a wheelchair?
Oh, no, that's disrespectful.
day. I'm not fucking nobody.
It's a video of somebody telling a story.
I feel like we getting off topic.
Good job. We ain't never covered nothing on this.
No, we covered
It's okay.
the top 3. So I'm gonna ask you, how has COVID affected your business?
We answered that earlier. That's why I chucked this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
told
we
you
kind of
to
did
talk
that. Okay.
All right, so let's talk about COVID in general, though. Do you think it's as crazy as they made it seem?
I believe the news hyped it up a bit more than. Well, I had COVID when we really didn't know what was going on. I did. I was messed up for like 2 weeks. I didn't know what it was, so I'm like, oh, okay, it is serious. I felt like I was dying, but then I did lose a cousin that just turned 40, had 3 kids, and she died from it. But
Sorry.
here's a factor on top of that. I love her to death. Rest in peace, movie. But she also had kidney failure. She had kidney issues. She had other things going on.
Before this whole COVID shit started.
Yes. So
Okay.
when they said she died of COVID,
Yeah, did they mention that in the, so you gotta get like a death certificate. Did they mention that in that?
I'm not sure I can see it. But I'm pretty sure they did because that's like right now I have a cousin that's
They
also
probably
in
did.
pharmacy and they got paid to say all that stuff.
Did they?
Doctors are being funded for saying
Yes,
a patient died
exactly.
of COVID.
No, they
They
said
get
that,
money for
but did they say the kidney failure part and the death certificate?
No, they get more money for saying they died from COVID.
I'm not sure.
I feel
So,
like-
I don't know if y'all know, but it's called Chinaman Square. You look it up, pretty much, long story short, tens of thousands of people was going to march in China to get democracy instead of what they got over there. I think is whatever they got.
You're actress.
Yeah. So the government was shooting and killing people.
He about to
The government.
Nick was about to get the fuck out of here.
The government was shooting and killing people, and there was at least 100,000 people that died. But in order for the families to have a funeral, they had to say it was a natural cause of death, which they was getting their head blown off, they was getting blown up by tanks. But in order for them to get their
Proper
death
burial.
certificate and funeral, you had to say they died natural death.
Natural cause.
And I feel like that's
kinda what
what
they
COVID did.
Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly what's going on because a lot of countries that even talked about that, how they already went through what we just went through.
Right.
They already went through. Whatever we're going through, we're late. We're late.
Yeah, basically.
We
you
are
got to think about Ebola.
Yeah,
How
we're
many
late.
people was dying in Africa, right?
We're late.
That
We're
shit
just
was
the
a big
last
deal.
country. Yeah.
And with COVID, yeah, if you get it, it's serious. But a lot of times I think like it's bullshit. Like, but for that same reason you just said, she had kidney failure. They didn't mention it.
Because it's just like, they, when all the people was dying, it was a lot of older people. So they just kept trying to target the older people and pursue the younger people to get, vaccinated or whatever the case may be.
Did you get vaccinated?
But yeah, but my thing
Good.
is,
I'm not getting this bitch vaccinated. We all normal human beings in here.
no, I'm
You
not,
in
I'm
this
not,
motherfucker, right?
I'm not getting it.
I'm not.
And
I get it.
that's another thing, like with that vaccination shit, you gotta think of movies that came out in the early 2000s.
That's what I was
Like,
about to say.
2010, like iRobot.
It wasn't 2012 about this?
No.
2012 is about the world going.
Oh, my fault.
So iRobot was about people in 2021, like going crazy. Was it iRobot?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Will Smith. I know what
Alright, so that was about the people like having
No,
the
it
vaccine.
wasn't iRobot.
It wasn't iRobot. It was
But I know what you
other-
were talking about when he had the dog and his wife
Yeah.
died.
I Am Legend.
I Am
Yes.
I
Legend.
am legend.
So
I know my movies.
that came out years ago. Think about the movies they projecting now. So what are they putting out? They putting out movies like everybody falling asleep or in this type of dream. Come on, that movie.
Like Bird Box and shit. Like shit
Bird
like
Box,
Even what's that? The Black Mirror.
Black Mirror,
Oh, that joint crazy.
fucking
that. Alright, you got a lot of them.
there's a couple other
Same name the
movies.
point.
But the point is, like, what is that vaccination about to do to us in the next 10 years?
But
Because this is what y'all telling us.
So even I feel like, and this is just my theory. I
You
feel
gotta
like
say a lot of bad theories. But go ahead.
I'm sure there's a lot of bad theories about to come out, but it's like, yeah, we're seeing all this stuff on movies and stuff now because it's like I feel like people are gonna start living in like a a dream world, a fantasy thing, and they're all gonna think it's real. And then it's like the people who can see it. Like I don't know. It's like I have a Black Mirror type vibe on this, and I'm not feeling it. It's just something in me that's like, I get it. Like not me. Nipsey, come here, baby.
With me,
Nipsey, I said, come here. Come on. Now. Back it up. Let's go.
Oh, let's call. Don't care.
Come on.
With me, I feel like I just don't know what how do you know the side effects of something that you haven't had time to test?
It's a cerebral palsy.
Huh?
I just
Like Bell's palsy. That's what it is. People get the cerebral in the head. You good? You good? I got you. But no, people get their face fucked up and shit like that. People like.
But you know there's all white people.
Hey, listen, it don't matter. It don't matter. That's what I'm.
It's all white people.
They the ones getting it. We know better than that.
no.
Also, I feel like, just hear me out real fast, I feel like there's been a lot more car accidents since this vaccine came out. Somebody else mentioned this to me, and that sparked my mind. I seen a whole car flip right here, and I'm like,
Shit, you seen that motherfucking Hellcat that's split in half?
bro, this.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's been crazy fucking.
My thing about people is this, right? We listen to like the news and shit so much and the government so much that we instantly believe whatever they say, right? Because a motherfucker look at the news, like just recently they said it was gonna rain like 3 days in a row.
Right.
We didn't get no rain.
It was cloudy.
But motherfucker was like, no, it's supposed to rain. And then like y'all just said the clouds. We looked at the clouds and like, no, that shit is about to rain. Shit never rain. We just believe the shit that we see on TV. So when we ever see that we believe it, of course the government gonna say, oh, COVID, X, Y, and Z, whatever the case may be, and now everybody believe it, and now all these people getting this vaccine.
Yeah,
This is another thing to think about. This is another thing to think
They
about.
pushing the shit out of this.
This is another thing to think about,
right? On there. Why they giving out fucking weed to get the vaccine?
Now here's another thing to think about. Why have we been getting new bugs every fucking year?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
We done got new
Cicadas
bugs.
come out every year. I remember
These new cicadas out here.
What was the other shit?
Them fucking fly.
The shit that came from
flying
China. They was trying to say that this shit came from China. So you telling me
Nephew walk over there?
all these fucking
Hey,
The birds
just
do
to Philly.
Nah,
went over here to
The birds do
You
it.
talk,
the birds do it. Like,
birds is different. You can't, you know.
they came just to Philly. They Philadelphian bugs, bro.
what, the little spider bugs?
The little flying
What
lanterns.
was they called?
They was called flying
The
lanterns.
spider bugs, right?
No, they were lanterns, motherfucker. They were little white
Red,
bugs.
black dot.
Yeah.
brown,
You know what I'm talking about.
You know what?
Am I right with the name?
Yeah, maybe it's in Jersey too.
Huh?
They disappeared.
Lantern.
They probably will come
Flying
back.
lanterns.
You mean disappeared?
Whatever.
They
The
disappeared.
point that I'm
Where'd it go?
making is
Probably
the government
How does
can
a
make
bug
shit.
disappear?
The point I'm making is the government can make shit anytime that they want.
They can.
And if you don't think that's true, I'm not gonna say that they made it because it was already made before them. But think about this: these motherfuckers can send a missile from Philly to fucking Iraq whenever they want to. So you don't think that they could just make whatever the fuck they
You know what
want
else I
to
just thought
and tell
about?
the government about it, and tell the people about it, and the people just believe?
You know what else I just thought about? When you just bought the news thing up, right? You remember when we was in elementary school, like middle school, and when we was doing like projects and shit, it was like, yo, if it's not from the news article, if it's not from
A
the
source.
news,
A
it's not
source.
from something that
Oh
says
yeah, source that
.gov,
is not
or
real.
it's not real.
Oh no.
How?
Yeah, it has to be a source. It has to be a
That's a good point, because now how long was they doing that before us?
Exactly, and now you telling us we gotta go to these pages and believe
Right.
them.
So now that our parents, so that basically mean like our parents was believing this shit because they went through the same shit that the teacher said. So now the parents is telling us, and to watch the news, or you wake up in the morning and the news is already on. Like I would wake up in the morning, my grandma watching the shit at 5 in the morning. Grandma, you
All your cats are
fucking
aggressive.
50. You don't even have a job. You should be asleep.
Maybe
The fuck is you doing up at 5 in the morning
And that's
watching
the
the
thing,
news?
all the news is saying the same exact thing.
They say the
but it's
same
word
shit.
for word, so it's
Fucking
like,
news is like ESPN. They run the same shit over
How
and
do
over.
we,
at least with ESPN they run new sports like.
Well, no, I hate that.
how do we find out about COVID? How did you?
How do
learn?
or how did we?
How did you find about it?
Twitter.
Find out about it.
Twitter. I found out all my news from Twitter, honestly. And I was about to say that. I feel like
Well,
social media
Yeah,
is
social
like.
media.
Yeah,
is
well,
not
that's
real.
today's time. You know, You go on fucking Instagram.
How did you
social
officially
media.
find out about it?
I found out about it at my
Social
job. No, I found about it at my job. They were like, "Oh, something's going down. We about to be out of school for the next 2 weeks," and I was like, "Cool." I didn't give a fuck what the fuck it was.
Kobe
I was so excited. I was like, I don't gotta work for 2 weeks.
right?
Okay.
I said nothing about Kobe.
And I wasn't phased by it at all. I think during the whole thing I wasn't phased by none of it. I was
You
just
said
like,
Kobe.
stay safe.
But see, that's another thing. Like for years, they've been talking about like the world. I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna say the city. They're just talking about the world being in like
Yes, it has.
debt or whatever the case may be.
What?
Right? They're talking about like the world being in debt for forever or whatever
Debt.
the case may be. That's
Okay. I didn't know what you was talking about.
But they was talking about that all of, but how the fuck did y'all just say, look, COVID is out, people getting sick, the shit came from China, we just gonna give y'all money to stay home? Huh?
Because they print money, bro. I got a lot of conspiracy theories if y'all really want to hear them.
We're not gonna go that deep into it.
Because I was about to say.
We're gonna continue our episode.
Alright, hear me out real fast though. With me, I feel like that thing. Nah, because I gotta get this out. Here now.
Nigga said I'm here now. Nigga, you was here once we started this show. But go ahead, I'm
The
just
fucking, like, how can I say it? Money isn't real.
They tell you it's not real on the bill.
It's not real. So it's,
explain it.
huh?
That's the power to everything.
Exactly, because white people made it the power to everything. Money is literally a piece of paper, a piece of fabric, right?
Okay.
So, you heard about Dogecoin and all that shit, like
yeah.
how they making these different cryptocurrencies and like
It's a way to hide your money.
it's a way to hide your money. Also, think about it like this: back in the day, they didn't have a dollar. The dollar is pretty current, like as far as like 1,000 years old. You feel me? I don't know how old the dollar is. It's not.
You think 1,000 years?
Anybody got a bill on?
You think 1,000 years is
Well,
current?
yeah, the history
Anybody got any type of
Hold
bill
on
on?
though. You think 1,000 years is current?
as far as lifetime, bro.
Like just anything.
As far as humans, bro, yes. 1,000 years is.
Yeah, how many know it's like from 1300 BC?
It's a
right?
long time,
Do
bro.
you believe all that stuff that they say happened?
I do. I do. Because where the fuck did we come from? Nobody has the answer to where the fuck did we come from.
Money was made in 5,000 BC.
The dollar.
The dollar bill.
Yes.
Well, how do I know that? Because I'm trying to figure out.
At the end of the day, I feel like all this shit is made up. At the end of the day,
And that's what I'm saying.
the
So
government is
listen,
going to control us the government is going to
It's
control us however we allow the government to
Listen.
control us.
the dollar came about 1862, bro.
The first dollar.
The first dollar bill came out 1862. Before that, they was trading shit. Yes, it was coins and shit. They was trading like materials and shit that you could physically have. This is paper, bro. I could go to a machine right now and go get a lot more of this paper.
I'm gonna read you the,
Like, you feel me? Like,
the joint on it. It says this note is a legal tender for all debts
it's a note. Think about that, bro.
in public and private.
It's literally
What the fuck does that mean?
like somebody graphically designed this, put a number on it, and said this is worth that.
And that's what we dedicate our life.
Back in the day, before this is where the conspiracy theory comes from. When JFK was the president, he thought about all this and he was like, why the fuck are we still doing this? Because they said it was backed by gold. These were some representation of gold. We don't have that much motherfucking gold in the world, bro. We don't have $6 trillion worth of gold. So that shit was like, again, the debt, we've been in debt for years, bro. Huh?
You don't think we got a lot of gold?
No.
America or just the world?
It's the world.
We don't have.
So-
Well, we haven't really traveled all around the world.
You're
Check
absolutely
this
right.
out. Check this out.
I think it's probably that
I'ma
much
bring it
gold, but
back
it's probably
for you.
not founded. Also,
I'm gonna bring it back
no,
for you.
definitely not found.
it's not like found.
I'm gonna bring
I
that.
mean, if you want to go with all that, who said that gold is valuable? I mean,
Gold is
we
also
created.
Gold is a natural resource. Gold is everyone have value.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It is, but who
It's
said
a
it?
limit. It's a limit to it.
It's facts.
Why is it?
Because it's here. in
You
my
can't
face.
produce more of it.
It's natural.
How do you produce it?
Exactly, right? Same thing with food. Like, it's not that much fucking chickens in the world.
That's why our seeds are important. Because
So,
it's fish.
like money and chicken, right? I'm gonna put these two together.
We was doing so good.
I
Go
wish-
ahead.
I
Go
wish
ahead.
you
Go ahead,
fish
go ahead,
more
go
than
ahead.
chicken.
I got you. Right?
At
So
least.
money.
She ain't even watch our show and she know it's a bad taste, bro. Right?
So just how we print money and we put our lives on it, like this is what we live for. This money. Keep coming in.
Chickens.
Chicken, gold, money, right? So with gold, you can't reproduce gold. Like you can't do that no more.
Yeah, we get some chicken.
Gold is gold.
Thank you. Like, where the chicken come
Chickens,
from?
just like money, they can reproduce it. They can speed the process up.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right about that. Just like
it's
eggs.
fake chicken.
Eggs are fake.
Money is fucking fake.
Eggs are fake.
So why are we dedicating our lives to it?
What?
Who dedicated lives to chicken to? That's where the correlation is. Like,
Niggas.
The correlation.
niggas.
Niggas dedicating their lives to chicken, and you
I'm
know
not
that's not
talking-
fact.
Get the thought of chicken out your head,
But you said it.
right?
Alright, I feel like
Think about the reproduction of the chicken, how they force it to speed up and add more
Oh
chicken.
yeah, how they get out.
The money, you can speed it up, throw more money out. Just like you said, where the fuck did they come up with this money if we was in debt? Because they made this money. It's
All this
a
money is
fucking
giving out.
factory.
It's fake. Anyway,
Yeah.
'cause like,
So
you
why
just
are we
go to the
dedicating
account.
our lives to something fake?
Because that's all we have. Well, that's why
Because the
they
white
teach us
people
that.
made it to where money makes the world go round.
So when are we going to get out this cycle?
Never.
You never.
Y'all got no hope?
It's
No, I ain't got no
already.
hope unless we all come together and get the hell up out of here.
Now,
And go
okay.
where?
Now that's a
To
perfect
our
example.
homeland. But you know, we might not be accepted in our homeland.
Like she
No.
said, for it to die out, everybody in the world would have to literally
Come to this
together.
realization right
Like,
here.
just look, look at this. Imagine if, like, I don't know, like,
Nah,
everybody in the world just stopped paying like bills or some shit. What all of them? You got car insurance,
You talking about
you got car notes, you got light bill, gas bill, all these different companies that control all this money. If we all just stop paying all that shit, what's gonna happen?
Well, they building more prisons.
Damn.
You think
Niggas going to prison for not
you
paying
think
bills now?
no, look, you think
You get your own taken, especially here in PA. You get
Exactly.
your own taken.
you think if everybody just stopped paying their shit, there's always a way to make money as far as the government. Like she said, everybody's gonna have to go in prison or something, whatever the case may be. Now everybody making money off the prisons. So money makes the world go round. It don't matter what we do.
What if niggas don't even like? What if
We too far in, bro. It's too many millionaires.
Yeah, like at this point you're too far in.
we too far in? But like from our
But do you believe
conversation,
everybody's a millionaire like they say they are?
No.
I
no.
don't give a fuck about what they got. I'm gonna be a millionaire.
So
But everyone calls themselves that. That's the
Like
good
me.
people.
well,
I don't know. Yeah. I
But-
don't pocket watch.
do we are like if everybody got on that same page to where we didn't pay bills, didn't cover anything, we didn't go shopping, we just went back to the caveman days. What the fuck can they do? It's just like going to a Jay-Z concert. It's tens of thousands of people.
Fucking
It's tens of
You be having good points and then you just throw
It's
this
tens of
fucking-
I wanna hear it. I wanna hear it. Go ahead.
There's tens of thousands of people in the audience. You got 7 security up there. If we all bum rush the stage, we can all get a piece of it.
That don't mean Jay-Z gonna come the fuck out.
Alright, listen
He's
to
Jay-Z about his money.
He's on.
He's
They gonna tell Jay-Z, yo, all these motherfuckers just bum rush these 7 security guards. All these
Know
niggas
what
is
I'm
already
saying?
in the audience.
He's on stage. He's saying he's on stage.
He's
No,
on
no,
already.
I get what he's saying.
He's on stage.
Oh,
He's
already.
saying it's only 7 people
Okay,
between
I don't
us,
give a
but it's
fuck.
not only 7 people, bro. It's first of all, a lot of motherfuckers got money. So hear me out. Say, nigga, I work for this house. I'm not one of the people that cares that much, but I work to get money to pay for where I live. I work to get money to pay for my
How
car.
much money is money?
Huh?
How much money is money?
That's the name of this podcast. That's the name of this episode. How much money is
Think about it. People be like, oh, I got money.
But
how
I'm
much
gonna just go off
money
with
is it?
I'm gonna just go off what said, right? You got 7 security guards, 10,000 people rush the security guards, and now everybody is in this concert for free. When they come in, Jay-Z already on the stage. Who the fuck said that Jay-Z had to perform? PG can walk in the back of the stage.
He don't have to perform.
No.
But what the fuck is he gonna do? Just
No,
like
no. His whole
What I'm
thing
saying,
is,
like,
again,
if
we
we
just
not paying
everybody
bills-
just stops.
everybody stops paying bills. What the fuck is they gonna do?
I thought about this too. I felt like
They ain't
this
gonna fucking turn our electric and shit on. They might turn they shit on.
who if everybody
They,
stops.
as far as whoever, who's
they?
the owner of PGW? Who's the owner of Comcast?
Turn it off.
Who's the fucking owner of I don't fucking know. Just the owners might turn they shit on. You don't think if you think the government can do all this shit, right? And the owners of these businesses can't just turn they shit on. Like imagine your whole fucking block, right? Let's say there's one person on this block that controls all this shit. And everybody on this block said, fuck that, I ain't paying none of this shit. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be the only motherfucker on this block with electricity,
Okay.
gas, heat, and all.
No, but listen to this though. It's
That's
always.
why it was 100 games.
That's what I'm saying.
It really was.
Alright, here, this-
Y'all niggas been bringing out movies looking Hunger Games.
Alright, listen.
Yo, The Purge got a new movie. The fourth.
Oh god, you fucked up.
So yeah, we're gonna go to the next question.
Alright, yeah. We'll go to a sponsor break right now. We'll be
Damn,
right back.
Yo, guess what we got today, y'all? We gonna have ourselves a little mukbang. Dot, see what you got?
Come on, baby.
I'm gonna see what I got.
Okay.
Y'all should not go. Y'all should have been eating. Y'all big buck.
You mind your business.
Mind that neck. Mind that neck. And this is especially by Sabrinas Kitchen Catering. And go ahead and tell us what we got. I see a lemon and what's the rest of the stuff in there?
Okay, so it's actually a pan-seared salmon with oven roasted potatoes. I have made Parmesan broccoli and spinach with onions, peppers, and a little bit of lemon pepper.
So what's your secret
Yeah, I'm over here
ingredient?
fucking this joint up. You talking about that taste?
What's the secret ingredients in here, like the crusty crab formula?
Yeah, what's on top of the
Not the
salmon?
crusty crab formula.
I
What's
know.
on top of the salmon?
On top of the salmon, some type of herbs I found in my kitchen.
Talk that talk.
Nah,
That
you
broccoli
ready.
is
Now
better
this
than
your
the
head
Chinese
on real
store.
No, that broccoli on point.
Better than the Chinese store.
What is Sam right here?
Alright, make sure y'all go check her out. What's your Instagram, website, all that?
Sabrinas Kitchen Catering.com and Sabrinas Kitchen Catering on Instagram.
God damn. Tell you one thing. This salmon right here, where you put your foot in this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make sure you go check out Sabrina's Kitchen and Catering. The best food to fuck out of. Welcome back to the Quellz Shirt show. Clearly fucking dying. We still have our special guest, Sabrina's Kitchen, in the building.
Catering.
Let's get back on topic. What the fuck were we talking about?
Everything.
We were talking about
We
everything.
was talking about COVID. The last
We
question.
was talking about money.
How much money is money?
That's what.
So like when people say they're a millionaire, they're like, when you became a millionaire, would you keep that $1 million or like did you flip it out and not a millionaire? You know what I mean? Like people say, oh, I'm a millionaire, but is it in your account?
I'm confused on net worth. I'm real like confused on net worth. 'Cause if I
So
feel like
that's how much money on paper that it brings in. Like net worth is. I gotta give a good example.
you sounded like you had it, but you
And
don't.
network
I
is
do have
the type of business that you like
Yeah.
Kim
So
Kardashian,
how much are
she's
you?
a network.
Say it again.
Kim Kardashian, let's start off with her because everybody knows who she is. She has a beauty line.
Okay, yeah,
That's
so
all
it's your
projected.
assets, right?
Exactly.
But that's
Yes,
all projected sales though.
Projected sales and assets. So pretty much it's just like if she was to retire tomorrow and if somebody want to buy her whole brand is worth like what, $1 billion.
Oh, so it's just her brand, how much her brand is. Okay.
So you know
that
she's
makes-
branding her name.
Okay.
Which is why you can't do certain things with her because you have to go through her because she actually trademarked her name. Kardashian's a trademark.
Are we talking about Kim or are we talking about the one that's actually a billionaire? What's her name?
Kylie is not. Kylie is not a billionaire. Her paperwork fucked
Talk
up.
that Forbes shit. Talk that Forbes. What happened?
She messed up on her paperwork. She is not a billionaire. Kim is. Kanye is. But Kylie is not.
Well, yeah, we know Kanye is.
Or is it Kim and Kanye together?
Is their
or
net worth?
No, they're different.
Is their net worth worth $1 billion? Or
It's like 60.
look it up. Your
But
phone
he
in
is
front
a
of you.
billionaire.
I was about to ask that. What's Kanye's net worth? 'Cause
He was about to say 60
net worth
billion.
a million? Yeah, he was about to say some bullshit. I cut him off.
I thought he was about to say 60 billion. I was like, alright.
What's his net worth?
Yeezy's not even that tough to be 60 billion.
Yeah, because I was about to say, is his net worth $1 billion? Does that make you a billionaire? Or
That nigga been out here begging for money for the longest. Everybody might have gave him a couple million. What is it?
His phone died. Can we have the official
This is what I'm gonna ask you.
research department?
Nah, you gotta get right.
This is why we do that to him. What's smack her phone already?
Yeah.
She looking up the stats.
I'm trying to look up easy.
She gonna do it.
Okay.
So look at that lady for right there.
You showing your chest like
I'm gonna give you one more time
While we wait for the answers,
before
y'all.
I start coming.
Yeah, I was waiting.
You already came
While,
for me.
hold on.
You already came for me. Just keep on
While we
going.
wait for the answers
I respect
of Kanye's,
Let them
The
get their
black
argument on.
woman, yes.
while we wait for the answers of Kanye's net worth,
Oh,
I just wanna
Nah. Let them go. Let them go.
Yo,
They about to
say
fight.
it.
They about to fight.
Are you black?
We ain't get them, Tina.
are you Jamaican? You say you respect me as a black woman, but you just asked that damn question. I'm done.
Look, we're gonna tune into the next Make sure y'all keep following, keep liking, keep
It's the goddamn flag on the AirPod for me. You know damn well.
Go ahead, in the show.
Hit your bell. Nah, I
Yeah,
mean.
hit the bell on that ass.
Follow people,
Are you Jamaican? You ain't answer the question.
Take the AirPod out and show the camera.
You see that?
Are my ears dirty?
A little bit. You see that?
Make sure you follow the Quellz Said It Best show on
I'm gonna get in
Instagram,
trouble,
Patreon, YouTube,
Yo, you just
all
made
that
me
shit.
mad.
And tune in to every fucking episode and make sure you come back. That was a
And-
horrible minute. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you.
and this Sunday we got something real special for y'all, man. So make sure y'all tune in to the Quellz Said It Best show on Instagram. We're gonna be live. We got y'all. I got y'all.
Where's the energy? I'm gonna bring this back. I'll close it up.
Rastaman.
Realest thing you heard of my brother. Alright, so.
No, you gotta speak.
Speak in your accent,
Straight.
your native language.
He a trans race.
We gonna this is where we find out if he on some Jamaican shit or not. You gotta go straight Jamaican from here on.
What's your
You
pronoun?
can't. You gotta go straight Jamaican from here on.
I love regular people. So, we're gonna tune into Quellz Said It Best, and we're gonna make sure we get our good food, our good health, and our good nutrition from Sabrinas Kitchen Catering.
Who?
He was so
Sabrinas Kitchen
Catering. There we go.
right?
Gotta help my
And
Jamaican
what type of
friend.
Jamaican food do you make? Since we on the topic,
That's a good question.
don't let me down.
Oxtails and curry chicken.
I just don't make goat.
Y'all make goat.
I'm sorry.
That's the biggest thing in Jamaica.
How did the show get back started? Make sure y'all follow. I mean, make sure y'all. Damn, I'm horrible with this.
Have a good night. We love y'all.
Good night.